Hello students, today we are taking the revision lecture of basic concepts in geometry. Okay, so in this lecture we will just revive the concepts which is given in the basic concepts in geometry lesson. So as you know that from ancient years we are using the uh, geometry's knowledge for in engineering, in construction we are using this knowledge. Okay, and which are the basic concepts of the geometry? The first basic concept of the geometry is the which is just I told you, that is point. So this is the point, this is called as a point. Next it is the line. Line means what? It extends in both sides, there is a no limit. Okay, it can extend in what? Both the direction, and it has no limit, and it is called as a line. Okay, so and suppose this is a line and it can extend both the sides, and one thing is that it has arrows at this side, and if it has a end points, the line segment, it has a line end points, then it is called as a line segment. Okay, so this is called as a line, this is called as a segment. Okay, and this is called as a point. Okay, so these are the basic things that we have already studied in the geometry. Now here coordinates of the points that we had seen. So inside it, what is the coordinate of point A? Point A's coordinate is the -5. What is the coordinate of E? E's coordinate is the 3. What is the coordinate of C? Then it is what? -2. In that way, these are the coordinates we are identifying. We seen how to solve this. So inside it, one more thing we had seen, that is the how to find out the distance between the 2 points. Suppose we have to find out the distance between A and D. A and D. So distance of AD is equal to, how we are finding? Whose coordinate is bigger one here? The coordinate of D is bigger and A is smaller. Okay, so here what we have to do, whenever we are finding the distance between 2 points, at that time what we have to do? Bigger means here we have to write coordinate of A is equals to 1 and coordinate of A is equals to -5, coordinate of A is equals to, here it is -5 and here it is 1. So which is bigger number from this? 1 is bigger. So 1 minus -5 we have to do. So here you have to find in this way. So is equal to 1 minus plus, and here it is 6, and the answer is 5, and the answer is 6. In that way we are finding the distance between the two coordinates. Okay, again suppose you have to find out the distance between E and B. EB. So distance of EB is equals to EB is equals to, which is the bigger coordinate here? Here it is +3 and here it is -3. So bigger one is the 3 and minus the smallest coordinate is the which? -3. And here what we have to do? 3 minus it becomes plus, and 3 plus 3 is equals to 6. In that way we are finding the distance between the 2 points. Again suppose you have to find out the distance between DE. So how we have to do? Distance of DE is equals to, bigger coordinate is the 3 and smaller coordinate is the 1. So 3 minus 1 equals to 2. So if you see here, you will notice that here is the difference between the gap in between them also how much it is there? 2, 1 and the 2. In this way we are finding the distance between the 2 points of a 2 points from a number line. So here it is method given, and that method we just now we seen it. Now how to betweenness? We are speaking about the betweenness. So what is betweenness? Betweenness means in between. Okay, the coordinate which is coming in between, it is called as a betweenness. So for that what we have to do? Suppose these are the points. So Q is there, it is in between P and R. Q is in between P and R. So how to write the betweenness of this? P dash Q dash R. It shows that, means every time the number line it is impossible to draw. So if you are writing in that way, P dash Q dash R, then we can say that Q is in between P and R. For this figure, what is the betweenness? That is P dash R dash Q. It shows that R is in between PQ, R is in between PQ. Next, here it is the betweenness of R, P, Q. So if you see here in the figure, P is there, P is in between R and Q. So R and Q. In this way, we are writing the betweenness. Okay. And one more thing is there betweenness. It is that if you have to find out the distance between, suppose distance of PR is equal to 5 and PQ is equal to 8. PR is equals to 5 and PQ is equal to 8. Then RQ's distance is equals to how much? RQ's distance is 13. RQ's distance is 13. So, so that we are finding it. But how to solve this mathematically? So for that, what we have to do here, distance of PR plus distance of PQ. Yes, distance of PR plus distance of PQ is equal to distance of RQ. Is equal to distance of RQ. So PR is equal to how much? 5. PQ is equals to how much? 8. And therefore its distance is equals to how much it is there? It is total distance is equals to, it is 13. 8 plus 3 is equal, 8 plus 5 is equals to 13, and that is the distance between the RQ, distance of RQ. In this way, we are finding the distance between this point, and this is the formula that we are using at the time of solving the example. Now we will do some changes inside it. They gave us the measure of, suppose here they gave us measure of PQ is equals to how much? 8 given, and measure of RQ from here to Q, it is given how much? 13. Then how to find out PR? Same formula we have to use here, that is distance of RQ is equals to distance of RP plus PQ, that I already written here. Now we have to write the measures here. How to write the measures? So first of all, as you know that PQ is equals to how much given? 8 is given, that we already written here, and distance of PR that doesn't give you. So write here as it is distance of PR. Okay, RQ is equals to how much it is given? It is 13. So write here 13, and the answer, how to solve this, that we put the values here of respected terms. Now here what we have to do, distance of PR equals to, this is 13 and this 8 is there. Okay, this 8 is there, it will goes here for the subtraction. So 13 minus 8 is equals to how much? That is 5. That is 5. In that way, any distance if they are given us, remaining distance we can find by using the property of the betweenness. Okay, now we will see some of the example. If it is 2, if it is 5, then RQ is equals to how much? 7. Okay, suppose 7 they gave us, but a PR not given. So how much, what we have to do? Distance of RQ minus distance of PQ, you will get it here how much? That is 2. Suppose 5 doesn't give here, and these two things are they give us. So how to solve this? Same, that is distance of RQ is equals to distance of PR plus distance of PQ. So 7 minus 2 is equals to how much it will come here? 5. In that way, we are finding the distance between the distance between them. Okay, so here it is the method given to us. So here is the questions given. Okay, if you see here what they told you, we check whether the point is in between or not. So for that, what they had done, they gave us one example here that we will see how to find out the betweenness, which point is there in between the remaining two. So the ABC are the 3 points. Distance of AB is equal to 5 given, distance of BC is equals to 11 given, and distance of AC is equals to 6 given. So if you have to find out which coordinate is in between the remaining two, so for that, first of all, which is the bigger distance, that is BC's distance is the greater than the remaining two. Okay, so first of all, if BC is equal to 11, just leave this, and remaining two just think about it. Okay, so remaining 3 which are those? That is AB is equal to 5 and distance of AC is equal to 6. So 6 plus 5 is equal to what we got it here? 11 we got. Okay, and distance of that is the distance of BC. Okay, so it shows that these 3 points are there. Means if we done the addition of remaining 2 distance, and if it is equals to the greater distance, then these 3 points are what? They are collinear. Collinear means what I told you, they are in a one line. Suppose I took this here 3 points, this is 1, 2 and 3, and if I will try to draw the line passing from these 3 points, then these 3 points are what we are saying, they are in a collinear, or they are in a one line. Okay, so which this point is there in between the remaining 2? For that, just don't think about it, just think about remaining 2. Which are those remaining 2? These 2 are distance of AB and distance of AC. Now in these 2 inside, which letter is repeated? Here it is A and here it is A. So A is in between, which is repeated, no? That letter is coming in between, and here it is B and here it is C. In that way, if you solve it, it is easy to find out which letter is in between the remaining 2 coordinates. So same examples are there, some villages examples are given, and this is a different one. So in this example, what they told you, we have to find out the distance, find out the what they told you question is that the coordinate of point A on a number line is 5. Find the coordinates of point on the same line with 13 units away from A. So here we have to take one point A. This is point A. As I told you, the number line has which numbers? One side there is a positive numbers, and here center 0 is there, and it is origin of the what? Number line, and here it is negative numbers. Okay, so if A is here, then if you move towards the left side, you will notice that the negative numbers are there, means smaller numbers are there. So what we have to do, when we have to find out the coordinate of the point which is away from A towards the left side, we have to subtract how much unit they told you, that much. Okay, so here 13 minutes away they are asking. So here what we have to do, A's coordinate minus 13, and if you move towards the right side, this side, then we have to do the addition of the what? Next unit, 13 units inside it. So if you have in this way, there is a positive coordinates, and this side there are a negative coordinates. So what we had done here, and how much after 13 units we have to find the distance. So here 13 minus 5 minus 13, and here it is 5 plus 13. As you know that 5 plus 13 is equals to 18, and 13 5 minus 13 is equals to 8, and we have to always give the bigger number sign from this, which is a bigger number 13, and 13 sign is negative, so its answer is the minus 8. In this way we have to solve this example. Now here it is the exercise that you have to solve. So many students are solved only. Now here some more things we will learn. Just I told you when we say that this is a segment, when we say that segment, if it has a end points, then we say that this is a segment. So suppose this is my segment, and here it is PQ, and segment PQ means it has a particular distance. Here for example given AB is equal to 5 centimeter. Suppose PQ is equal to 10 centimeter, means it ends after 10 centimeter. You have to stop it, we have to give the end point for this. Okay, so this is called as a what? Segment. It has a end point. And one more thing is that how to read this, we can read this segment in any way. We can read it AB, seg AB, otherwise seg BA, here seg PQ or seg QP. You can read it in both the sides. Okay, and its measure, we can write measure means what? Distance between the 2 points, that is PQ. So distance of PQ here given is equals to what? PQ is equals to length of PQ. And same way distance of AB is equal to length of AB. Now the next point is the ray. So what is ray? A ray has a one end point. And another side there is a arrow. Here it is arrow. Okay, so this is the ray, and ray we are always reading in what from end point. So which is the end point of this ray? If you see here, this ray which is given in our textbook, A is the end point of this ray. So whenever we are reading it, how to say that? Ray AB, otherwise ray AP. Okay, but if you are reading ray PA, otherwise ray PB, then this is wrong. Okay, we have to always read it from the starting point. So these two are the correct one. Understood? Now next we will see, that is the line. Just now I told you, line means what? Line is a what? Never ends. Both sides we can extend it. Okay, and if you see here, you will notice that here it is the arrows are given here. Both sides there is a arrows. Okay, so here it is arrow and here it is also arrow, and it never ends. Okay, and line AB. Okay, this is line AB. So here what they told, the union set of point line AB, the opposite ray of AB is called as a line AB. Okay, ray AB is also called as a line AB, and the set of the seg AB is a subset of line AB. Means segment AB is here, from here to here if it is there, then seg AB is a subset of line AB. Seg AB is from here to here, but line AB is, there is a no end, so it is a subset of it. When we say that the segments are congruent to each other, when the length of AB is equal to 5 cm and length of CM is equal to also 5 cm. This is 5, 5. Otherwise suppose it is 8, it is also 8. Then we say that length seg AB is congruent to seg CD. Okay, so seg AB is congruent to seg CD. How we are writing? In this way, this is the sign of congruence, is equal to, and we have to write this. Okay, now the properties of the congruent segment. So what are the properties of congruent segment? First is the reflexivity. Seg AB is congruent to seg AB. The meaning of it is that every segment is congruent to itself. Okay, so here it is seg AB, it is congruent to itself only. This property is called as reflexivity. Next property is the symmetry. If seg AB is congruent to seg CD, seg AB is congruent to seg CD, then seg CD is also congruent to seg AB, and this property is called as a symmetry. Okay, and lastly, transitivity, and inside it, if seg AB is congruent to seg CD, seg AB is congruent to seg CD, this is congruent to CD, and seg CD is congruent to one more segment. If I will draw here, that is EF, this one is EF. Okay, so seg AB is congruent to seg CD and CD is congruent to seg EF, then AB is also congruent to EF. This is called as a transitivity. Means first segment is congruent to second, second is congruent to third, then first and third are also congruent to each other. Okay, next it is the midpoint of a segment. So what is the midpoint of a segment? So A dash B dash M dash B means M is there, it is in between A and B. M is there, it is in between A and B. Then and AM is equals to length of AM is equal to length of MB. MB. Then we say that this means AM. M is the midpoint of the seg AB. Understood all of you? When means AM measure is suppose 4 cm. Okay, 4 cm. Then MB is also 4 cm. And then we say that M is the midpoint of this. Okay. The next point is the comparison of a segment. Okay, you see by your naked eyes also, you will notice that AB is smaller than CD. But for that we have to use the what? Divider from your compass, and by using that you can find out that AB is what happens? Congruent to smaller than which? CD. Okay, now perpendicular. When we say that perpendicular, this CD is perpendicular on this, that means the angle is that C, here suppose I will write written O COD, then COA is equals to, what is there? COA is equals to 90. Then CD is perpendicular on AB. And how to show that? That we have to show in that way. Seg AB is perpendicular on CD. If AB is perpendicular on CD, then CD is also perpendicular on AB. So here I will take here. So AB is perpendicular on CD. Okay. Now distance of a point from a line. Okay. So I took here C point. And if I will draw the perpendicular on AB from this point C, okay, then the CD is the distance of a point from line AB. CD is the distance of a point C from AB. Okay, so these are the basic things that we have studied today, and on our next lecture we will see the remaining parts. Okay, and then what happens, I will give you the test on this. Okay, so today all of you do this revision, and then we will start the next revision on our next lecture. Okay, so today we will stop here only. Okay, thank you, have a good day and do the revision. Okay, thank you.